lurking in the darkness of the night, waiting patiently in the shadows. This bloodthirsty creature is on the prowl, eagerly searching for its unsuspecting prey. Its razor-sharp fangs gleam ominously, catching the moonlight in a chilling dance. But hold on. This is not the typical vampiric being you are used to seeing. It's actually a vampire bat. This nocturnal hunter stealthily navigates the night, seeking out a fresh blood meal under the cloak of darkness. Join us as we embark on an electrifying journey around the globe, exploring the scary world of Mother Nature's bloodsuckers. Get ready for an adventure that will leave you breathless. Let's get it done! Number 21. The Vampire Ground Finch. The Galapagos Islands are more than just a stunning destination. They're a fascinating ecosystem teeming with life. With about 32,000 residents, these volcanic islands boast an astonishing variety of endemic species. In fact, it's hard to find another place on Earth that hosts such a huge number of unique creatures. One particularly interesting inhabitant is the vampire ground finch. At first glance, this charming little bird seems harmless enough, but don't let that fool you. It has a surprising appetite for blood.
Yum!
The vampire ground finch can be found drinking the blood of other birds when food sources become scarce during the dry season. Believe it or not, some of these victims seem to like it, not showing much of a reaction or even resisting the unusual behavior of the blood-loving bird. It has been suggested that the behavior evolved from the finch pecking parasites off other birds. Number 22. The red-bellied piranha. Razor-sharp teeth and a strong ass bite. It's no wonder why they have such a fearsome reputation. In addition, movies haven't helped the reputation of this incredible fish, sadly depicting it as a ferocious predator ready to rip flesh from bone the moment a human enters the water. Lucky for this creature on this channel, we will protect its name from any more shenanigans. Firstly, by debunking one common myth. Piranhas are actually omnivores, although most of their diet consists of fish,
A rice cake.
mammals, reptiles, and insects. They have been documented to consume fruit seeds and leaves, leading to their classification as omnivores. Secondly, the media have had a strong influence on labeling them as extremely dangerous. And although attacks do happen, many of them are when the fish are under stress, for instance, in dry season, when water levels fall dramatically or when food is scarce. Most of these instances can be avoided with a little common sense. There are even signs in some high-risk areas, so look out for the signs. Number 23. Leech. There are an estimated 700 species of leeches, most of which live in freshwater. The rest live in either marine or terrestrial habitats. The best-known leech are the medicinal leech, or Hirudo medicinalis. Medicinal leeches have been used throughout history from ancient times through to the 20th century. Used for bloodletting, it was believed that they cured patients suffering from headaches to gout all the way to brain disorders. Interestingly, I came across a cool document explaining leech therapy and plastic surgery. Leeches are applied to the wound. The sucking action increases circulation, blood flow, and speeds healing. So, using this information when a patient has skin reattached, or after tissue transfer, blood in the area can become thick and congested. When leeches are applied after a surgery, they help by draining the blood, relieving congestion, and keeping the blood flowing. It states that although the leech are specifically bred in sterile conditions at a leech farm, complications can still arrive in terms of local infection. It also states that when undergoing leech therapy, you will be given a course of antibiotics to reduce the risk of infections. It's amazing to think an animal like this has so many medicinal uses. Number 24. The vampire bat. Vampire bats are fascinating creatures that inhabit Central and South America. Instead of the typical diets we find in other animals, these bats rely entirely on the blood of other animals for nourishment. Among the different bat species, 3 are known to feed exclusively on blood: the common vampire bat, the hairy-legged vampire bat, and the white-winged vampire bat. Now you might wonder what happens if a vampire bat can't find its blood meal. It must be incredibly challenging to secure such a specific diet. Unfortunately, if a vampire bat goes without feeding for more than 2 days, it will perish. But these tenacious little animals have evolved some clever adaptations to survive. Researchers have found that vampire bats can locate their prey by detecting the sounds of an animal's breathing. Being lightweight allows them to feed on a host for over 30 minutes without disturbing it. Surprisingly, well-fed bats display a sense of community by sharing their meals. They often regurgitate blood for those who have yet to feed, with the understanding that the favor will be reciprocated. Even in captivity, the nurturing instincts of female bats shine through. They have been observed supporting new mothers, sometimes providing nourishment for up to 2 weeks after the birth of a pup. Isn't it incredible how these creatures have adapted and formed social bonds? Number 25, flea. Fleas are fascinating little creatures that thrive by feasting on the blood of their host animals. They have specially adapted claws that help them cling tightly to the fur of their chosen ride. Their bodies are uniquely flattened and narrow, allowing them to dart through the hair of their host with ease. But that's not all. These tiny critters possess remarkable jumping abilities. A flea can leap vertically as high as 18 centimeters and can cover a horizontal distance of up to 33 centimeters. To put this into perspective, that would be like an adult human, standing at 1.8 meters tall, springing 110 meters into the air, and bounding 200 meters across. With these extraordinary jumps, fleas earn their title as the second best jumpers in the animal kingdom relative to their size, right after the froghopper. While they may be impressive in their agility, a flea's bite can cause significant irritation and inflammation in our furry friends, making flea infestations a serious concern for pet owners. Speaking of infestations, the next creature is one that sends shivers down the spines of landlords and hotel owners. Number 26, bedbug. Bedbugs are a parasitic insect that feeds upon your blood usually at night, when you are sound asleep. If you have been bitten by bedbugs, you may have experienced symptoms such as skin rashes, psychological effects, and allergic symptoms. After being bitten, you may feel itchiness or have areas of redness and even blisters. Some people have a fever and may feel tired. If you have experienced bedbugs before, you will know how difficult it is to get rid of them once an infestation is present. Although eliminating bedbugs from the home is not impossible, it is notoriously difficult because they can live 300 days without feeding. The quicker you act and get professional help, the better, as repeated treatments on the home may be required. Interestingly, according to a report from the National Agency for Food, Environmental and Occupational Health Safety between 2017 and 2022, 11% of French households were infested by bedbugs. In the middle of 2023, reports emerged of a bedbug infestation spread in the capital city of Paris. First seen in cinemas, then it expanded to homes, trains, schools, and even hospitals. Treatment of this outbreak has cost France an estimated 230 million euros annually. Number 27, lamprey. Just when you think nature couldn't get any scarier, Mother Nature reveals a blood-sucking fish. Known as lampreys, this fish can be easily identified by their circular mouth infested with teeth, which it uses to anchor itself to its prey, slowly draining the victim's blood. There are about 38 known species of lampreys and a further 7 known extinct species. 18 of the species are known to engage in the parasitic behavior, but don't panic when out swimming if you encounter these fish. An attack is rare, but remember, never zero. It is referred to as the vampire fish for a reason. Although considered a pest especially to the Great Lakes region, they are considered a delicacy in parts of Europe such as France, Spain, and Portugal. They are also served pickled in Finland. Yes, pickled. Bone apple tea. Let me know in the comments if you've tried pickled lamprey. Number 28, oxpecker. Can you believe it? Another bird that loves the red goop. The oxpecker can be seen as beneficial to the animals it hangs about, with not only feeding upon their parasites, but also warning friendly animals when there are other predators in the area. The oxpecker feeds solely on the chosen host, eating parasites, ticks, and other insects, but the bird is often referred to as a parasite itself because they will open up wounds on the host's back, sometimes eating flesh and blood in the process. Doing so causes the wound to be reinfected with parasites, meaning they can feed once again. This has to be an infinite food glitch if ever I've seen one, but hold your horses on that one because these birds were almost wiped out due to excessive hunting of buffaloes and rhinos and arsenic poisoning. Luckily, after being bred in captivity for many years, their populations rose, but as of today, they are still listed as a vulnerable species. Number 29. The vampire moth. If none of the creatures in today's video strike fear into your heart, don't worry, this one will. Unlike a mosquito where only females drink the blood of the chosen host, the vampire moth is the opposite where only the males drink blood. They are also native to areas from Japan, Korea, China, to Malaysia and southern Europe. But don't get carried away thinking you're safe. This traveling moth has been seen on holiday looking a more succulent meal in places such as Finland and Sweden. This moth has a wingspan of 40 to 45 millimeters, making it a pretty small moth, blending in with others you find on an ordinary night. Number 30. The horsefly. Female horseflies require blood meals before they can reproduce effectively, requiring nutrients like proteins to produce eggs. To get the blood she needs, she must bite animals, including humans, although rare. She hunts for a potential host by tracking their movements, warmth, and surface texture, and much like mosquitoes by the carbon dioxide they breathe out. Some species of horsefly are species-specific, feeding only on one animal, and some have been seen attacking much smaller creatures like birds and frogs. Most horseflies prefer large mammals such as cattle, horses, camels, and deer, as their bite is usually pretty alarming, and animals like this find it difficult to brush the fly off, making it easier to get the nutrients it needs to reproduce. Thanks for joining us on this exploration of some of nature's most fascinating vampires. From the infamous vampire bat to a variety of blood-sucking bugs and even birds, we've uncovered the intriguing ways these animals thrive. We hope you enjoyed this journey across the world. Be sure to check out our other episodes for more exciting content. And don't forget to subscribe for updates on our next adventure. See you next time!